welcome back to the digital universe, and today, guys, we are back on our ARK Survival Evolved Let's Play world, here for episode 3. Last time, if you remember, we tamed this Stegosaurus. We haven't come up with a name yet, so we might leave that. What I was thinking is, maybe the less interesting guys, no offense, pal, but the less interesting guys, like the herbivores, the guys that are, just tamed to get berries and stuff, we might leave them with the stock name, with the regular name that they come with, and then like our T-Rexes and our big birds or whatever, or the Allosauruses, the more interesting guys, we'll give those, you know, the Megatron Slayer 3000 names, you know, something like that. I don't know. We'll never be using that name. Don't worry. But something along those lines for the cooler dinosaurs. Anyway, I did a ton of things off camera, so that was basically the last thing we did last episode, and then off camera, maybe if you can see at the bottom of my screen, got a lot of arrows. I haven't done stuff off camera that you guys would really miss at all. The base is I think actually I may have added this campfire, that's about it. Everything else is exactly how you remember it. We haven't done too... Did you just hear that? A dodo just ran into the spikes and now he's running away. Okay, anyway. So the base is unchanged. Everything's the same, except I did do a ton of resource gathering, and actually up that way, that's where I was getting most of my rocks and trees. It's completely barren. I got berries from there so we could have a ton of narcotics. That's another thing I did. And I got us a lot of building materials. Which is what we're going to be doing for a part of this episode. As you can see, we've got 30 large crop plots, 52 spike walls, 52 stone ceilings, and 100 stone pillars. So I went ahead and learned a little bit of stone. I wasn't going to like change the whole base without you guys, but I wanted to learn that because I didn't want to wait for another episode, start the episode, and then do all that resource gathering. I just did it off camera. So I only learned like those 2 stone things, and what we're going to do is, this is kind of lame base defense. I mean, it's literally just a wooden square. I mean, our wooden square house is great, but, I mean, we don't even have a gate here. I just walk in. We were kind of rushed that episode, so I just left it. And this spike wall, it's great. It can hold off dodos for me to, you know, shoot in the head after they run away. But if anything big comes down here, we are not in good shape, basically. And I'm afraid of that because, first of all, we saw the Allosauruses before. That was a big problem. I actually went over there right before I started this episode, and I didn't see them. If you guys remember, I think it was last episode at the end, we saw that there's like 5 of them over there. I don't see them, so either they ditched or they despawned. So that threat is no longer looming, but I'm still afraid of something coming down the mountain. Since we are at the foot of the mountain, and that's where the Allosauruses came from. They come from up there, and over there, and there's a lot of spaces here. They can come down, and venture down to the beach, and destroy us, so... What I'm saying is these spikes are not really gonna do much. So, I don't know if you guys know, but... actually, I did show the Plant Species X. Here's the miscellaneous chest. We got the Plant Species X seed. You knew about that. And then... those go in the large crop plots. That's what those are for. We definitely need more spikes. We're gonna need a bigger compound. This is pretty lame. I basically just threw these down on, I think it was the end of the first episode, just for really basic defense, so we didn't get murdered. If one guy decided to come over here, we could defend a little bit. But the ceilings and pillars are so that we're gonna take down these spikes. We're going to put pillars up, and then the ceilings on top of them, and then we're going to place the crop plots on top of the ceilings. So it's going to be almost like the size of our house, maybe like two pillars high with the ceiling on top and then the crop plots. So it'll be like a bunch of standing turrets surrounding our base in like a square formation. So as soon as those grow, we will basically be 100% defensible. I don't really see anything being able to break through that many turrets, and we're going to put spikes outside of those to hold them back so that the turrets can shoot them and they can't even attack the turrets. So we're going to start by taking all these down. We're going to be We're going to be building, I think, for like the first half of the episode, maybe. And then I was planning, since I got a lot of level ups, I was planning on, I don't know if I unlocked it yet. Let's see. Can I type? PT. We are moving into the next phase of ARK Survival, which will be flying. I just unlocked the Pteranodon saddle, as you can see. Those guys are essential. Being able to fly, having aerial view, being able to explore the map, move around way faster than you can on foot or with this slowpoke is a huge, huge, huge advantage. So as soon as we're done making our base easily defensible so that we're not afraid of, you know, coming home to one Allosaurus who's going to destroy everything we've built, then we can move on to that. And if I didn't mention it already, I want this, like, this is, the spikes were really small just to defend our house, like the stego had to sit outside. What I want to do this time is I want a big, big, big square. Not, I mentioned, I think, in the first episode that at some point maybe we'd be surrounding this entire area, like in a circle with this lake as the center and our house at the back. We're not going to do that yet, and 52 spikes is definitely not enough for that. We will be getting there eventually, but right now we need better defense than this, like I said. So let me grab some, let me see, some building materials. We need pillars for sure. These are super heavy, 400. My weight is only like 500 total. So I'll take 25 of these. Can I carry that? Yeah. I upgraded weight like crazy, guys. What do I have? I have 500 weight. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Well, let's move this guy out of the way. See how slow this guy is? I mean, it's torture to go around and get narcotics with him. Actually, wait, let me just show you real quick. I did get a ton, though. If you look in here, that's a lot. And we have more. Oh, wow, we have more in here. Jeez. So, plenty of narcotics. That'll be really good for taming. That's like, what, 4 stacks I think I just saw right there? Or just about 4 stacks. That's easy, easy, easy Pteranodon tame. That'll only take like two narcotics from there. And with that many, we could be moving on to bigger and better tames really, really fast. Okay, so wait. I got the pillars. Let me not get distracted by my tangents here. Guys, you know I'm an OCD freak, so these have to be perfectly aligned. That's why I took down all the spikes. I didn't just want to place these randomly. That is not what I want to do. Can you go away? These have to be perfectly aligned. So I think we're going to go, let's see, how many do we want to go out? Is that enough space in between? You know what? Let's leave, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave a lot of space in the front, and then maybe around the back, we'll cut in like right there, or maybe one more out. Oh, what am I doing? Don't place that. Because we don't really need anything behind the base, but in the front, I do want room for our dinos here. So, is this enough? Let's see what one more out looks like. Okay, we'll go one more out. I think that's good. So now, I can basically just keep going around and forming a bigger square. See, this is... Wait, actually, do I want to just go here? No, that's too close. So now I can just basically keep following this. You probably don't want to see all this, so I'll make us a big, nice square around the base. And I think we're going to do it too high. It'll be easier. I think they can shoot through the ceilings. That's what I'm afraid of. We might do a quick test, but the problem is we have to grow an entire plant to do that test. I don't know. I think they can shoot through the ceilings. I'm pretty sure they can. And that way, like, little dinos won't be able to attack, and I think it'll just look cooler if it's a little higher up. I don't want it to be, like, right at head length. That'll be really annoying. Yeah, so let me just finish this square real quick. It should be perfectly aligned. Here we can see... Yeah, so it'll be, like, perfectly parallel with our base on all sides. And I'll get that done, and we'll be back when I finish that. Okay, guys, so I just finished step number 1. If you were having trouble understanding what I was talking about, here's what we got. Let me go into the orbit camera. See how this is perfectly parallel with my base? So the base is the wooden cube, and we've got pillars going all around with, like, I'd say basically an extra base of room in front, and this is going to be where the dinos go. I think, actually, the gates in this game are probably a little bigger than this, so we might, like, have to move the pillar in or something. I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. Or maybe I can stick the gate in, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to go one higher with all these. So this is what it looks like, one high all around, and I don't really like how, like, right here, the turret would already be, like, just about at my head. That's too low for me. I don't think that that is very cool and ominous. I think it's a lot cooler if it's higher up. So we're going to add another level. And then on the outside, I don't have any spikes on me, but we're going to sort of, like, just line the outside with spikes. And, like, before, it was, like, an OCD nightmare, because the base is perfectly square. And then the spikes, because it was so, like, last-minute emergency spike placement, they were just kind of all over the place in a terrible circle around. But now that we have the pillars to guide us, they can be in straight lines right outside the pillars. And the spikes will hold back anything attacking, and they'll attack the spikes, and the turrets will be doing the real damage. So I'm gonna go place another set of pillars on top to make these double the height, and then I'm just gonna bring you back after I finish placing the ceilings, and then we'll see what that looks like. So I'll do both of those things. It's turning night. Hopefully it'll be daytime by the time I come back. All right, I'll see you then. Boom! Step 2 and 3 are complete. So, guys, as you can tell, obviously these are way taller than before. Last time you saw them, they were like half as high. See, there's two stone pillars. And I put the ceilings on top. So this is what it's going to look like. I think this looks awesome. I mean, before, what we had was really, really lame compared to this. We literally just had like 6 spikes surrounding the base. This is awesome. Now, this has a lot of advantages. First of all, let's say a T-Rex comes and attacks, right? Like right now, let's just say. If I place one pillar here, this is an opening, but pretend this doesn't exist. Pretend I just place a pillar here, because there's going to be a gate here eventually. Actually, that looks like it's going to work really well. But pretend there's a gate here so he can't get in. I'm like 99% sure they can't fit in, and they definitely can't fit because that is too low for them. But even for like an Allosaurus, I don't know if it can fit through something this thin. So, first of all, it can't get in. Second of all, dinos can't break stone. There's only like 3 or 4 dinosaurs that can actually damage stone, and one is a Giga, which I highly doubt we're going to get all the way down here. And if we do, we're basically dead anyway. We got to lure him away is just about the only option. There's the Titanosaur, which is basically just a like Bronto that's gigantic. It's like a Bronto on steroids. Those guys are not automatically hostile, so we don't really have to worry about them. And I might be leaving a few out that I can't remember. If you guys need to correct me at any point, by the way, in any series, especially this one, because I'm not sure about every fact, just let me know in the comments, and let everyone know for that fact if I got anything wrong. So if you know of any more, just leave the name in the comments. I think it might be those 2. I don't know. I said 4 because it feels like there should be more, but those are the only 2 that come to mind. But anyway, so that already is a barrier, and there's going to be turrets. So the crop plots are like this big, just about the size of the ceiling. And I have 31. Actually, I had to make 1 more because I counted it. There's 31 ceilings. So we'll have exactly 31. We actually might have to get rid of these ceilings because the Stego is having trouble getting in. If the Stego can't get in, we're definitely not getting like a Rex in here. But then again, I guess the Rexes, like, they're strong enough to just leave chilling outside. Only the small stuff needs to really go in here. But I just totally lost my train of thought. Sorry. So we're gonna put the turrets up here. Okay. So they can't get in because it's too thin, and this is too low to the ground. So a tall thing can't get in, a big thing. So they won't be able to attack us anyway. Plus the turrets, like I was saying, that will kill them probably before they even reach the wall. That's how powerful it is when, like, I don't even know how many are on this one wall. It's probably something like 12. When like 10 or 12 turrets are shooting all at the same time, it not only slows them, but it does a lot of damage. So I doubt anything hostile would even reach the wall. But, so they can't get in. They can't even reach the wall, most likely. And we're going to have spikes outside. So if they do get to the wall, they'll be hassling and fighting and biting on the spikes while the turrets are just taking them out. So basically we have the OP base. We went from spikes, which could get destroyed in 2 seconds, and a hole in the front, to this Destruction Palace. Ooh, I like that name, the Palace of Destruction. Anyway, no more nerd names in one episode. Let me see actually how big these are. Oh, and actually, we just got this feature that computers literally had forever, where when you are in the orbit camera mode, you can actually place something. Finally, it was always wait, let me get closer. It was like a problem for some reason when we were in orbit camera, so we could actually see what it looks like. It would like not let us place something, but now we can. So I want to make sure I'm like in the middle. My OCD is forcing me to make sure this crop plot's in the middle of the ceiling. I think that's good. So let me try this. Actually, I haven't tried it out yet. Let's see if it lets me place. There we go. So that's what's supposed to happen. That had never happened before. Oh, and actually that's perfect. It's raining right now. So I'm going to throw all these down. And then maybe I'll show you guys what it looks like when we put in a couple seeds. So the rain should irrigate it pretty well. I remember Plant Species X turrets or plants or whatever are one of the only crops in this game where you don't actually need irrigation. I think the rain, they don't take much water, so the rain usually will take care of them. I don't know about fertilizer though. Pretty sure you need fertilizer. I don't even remember. I rarely farm in this game because it's really not that necessary. You only need it for a couple things. So I'm pretty sure you need fertilizer. If we do, maybe I'll show you like just a couple seconds or a minute of me taming a Phiomia real quick, which is basically the pig of this game. And if you feed it stimberries, it poops on command. So basically, best dinosaur in the game, it poops on command. And that can be used as fertilizer. So we'll just use that to fill all of these. And then as soon as they grow, I don't even know if they need fertilizer anymore once they're done growing. That would kind of be annoying, actually, if we need to keep filling them. Whatever, I guess. Anyway, I guess I'll just take care of that on my own time if we do. But yeah, I'll put these down, and I think maybe, like, between this episode and next episode, I will let all of the Plant Species X grow. I'll do, like, all the farming so that when we come back next episode, they're done. So you guys don't have to wait, like, 3 episodes to finally see what they look like. But yeah, I'm going to get all of these placed down. Okay, that's... Wait, what? That is not a line. What am I doing right now? Can I... Is this third person? Oh, so I'll finish placing all these. I'm going to throw in the seeds. And then we'll be done with base defense. And we're back, guys. Okay. So, we've got the crop plots in. As you can see above my head, I put irrigation in. I just did a little research on the Plant Species X. I found out that it needs to be irrigated at the beginning, and as you can see, all these are irrigated. And then once the Plant Species X turrets grow, then it doesn't need to be irrigated, basically. So it needs water to grow, and then once it's full, it doesn't really need water, or at least the rain will take care of it. That's how little it needs. But we are going to need a lot of fertilizer, so we might get to building something, or maybe you'll see, like I said before, a couple seconds of me taming a Phiomia or something. I don't know. I'm going to need a lot of fertilizer. I think I might just place like 1 trillion compost bins somewhere. Maybe like out there or something. I don't know. But we're basically going to need a lot because it takes like fertilizer every shot. It takes like 100 or 200 or something per shot. So something like that. Or we may leave like every other or every 2 sleeping or something because there's not really that much dangerous stuff here. And then if something dangerous comes, then we'll turn them all like awake so that they can all be firing. But we'll figure that out. Anyway, so we've got the irrigation, we've got these, and, oh, we've got this. If, I don't think you guys saw this, I just put that in. The spikes, I took out the ceiling right there. This was one, wait, did I just say spike? I meant pillar. This was 1 pillar. I took out the top ceiling that was there, and I just made it go up a little further, 1 more so that it was 3. I thought that looked cool. And this may look kind of dumb right now because it's, like, so open. But that's what we're going to do now. We're going to be putting the spikes, like I mentioned. And actually, before, I think I made a mistake. I said we're done with the defenses after we put in the seeds. But like I said, we're going to be doing one more thing. We're going to be putting the spikes in. So we'll have... I was thinking that since... I mean, I don't want the spikes, like, touching. I don't want them, like, really close. I want them out. So here, let's go into orbit camera. Okay, so these have to be super straight or I'll lose it. Okay, that looks good. So I wanted to do something like put 1 here and then maybe have this gotta be forward. Okay, I don't want any, like, ugly openings anywhere. So this will sort of act as a wall. It won't look as, like, open. Right now it looks really open. It won't look like this. It'll look like a really cool compound, I think. Ignore the pipes, by the way. They look so dumb. They're just floating. Well, anyway. So what I'm thinking is we'll do one like this, right? Like one here. And then, what did I have it on? Oh, that's not the one, was it? Oh, I think it's, okay, there we go. Go back in here. I think we'll have 2 layers. So it'll be like this, and that way it'll be sticking out really far, which I think will look really good. So, let me look on the side. How do you do that? Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good distance. I don't want it to be too far, but I don't want it to also be too close. We gotta find like a happy, happy middle ground. I think that's good. Let me place that. Okay. So that looks good. See, like, now it looks like it's just full wall. You can't, like, get through here, so I think that's going to look really good. And then this will be closed. The irrigation will be gone. We'll have turrets on top. I think this is going to look awesome when we're done. I mean, I'm already excited. Like, it already looks super cool. But I think it'll look even more cool when we're done with the spikes, because it does look kind of open now. So I'm going to do the spikes, and I'll be back when I'm done with that. See you then. Boom, guys. There we have it. We've got spikes totally surrounding everything. I did do the 2-layer one, like I said, I was going to do the double spikes. This looks, oh my god, this looks so cool. There's no way anything could get through this. This is now a super, super defensible base. If those Allosauruses came and challenged us again, I have a feeling we'd be able to take them no problem. I do like how you can actually get up here. Makes it kind of easier for me. But anyway, I really, really, really like how this looks. I hope you guys like it too. Actually, can you? Oh, you can! Oh my god, I was just looking at this before, wondering if I could jump up. That's pretty sick. I think I want to go grab that drop, actually. One sec, let's go see what's in this drop. This just came down next to me. Okay. Let's see. I did turn up the loot quality a little bit. Oh, whoa. What does that say? Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. I think I may have turned it up too much. This is still a little bit experimental, some of the settings. I don't think we're going to keep this, because that definitely should not be coming out of the purple drop. I'm going to go look at the settings I put. I may have accidentally added another 0 in the loot quality or something, and that's why I just got something ridiculously good. If you don't know, that's Ascended. That's like the highest like tier or variation of armor and stuff. That definitely should not have been coming out of a purple drop, so actually I don't want to be like cheaty. I'm going to throw this out. I'm going to lower the loot quality. But anyway, back to the base. I really, really like it. This is super, super, super safe now. I am going to add these turrets off camera, I think, so that next time when we come back, we'll have the turrets up and running. Maybe next time you'll see, like, I don't know, I was thinking in between each of these, I would have a compost bin, so that it doesn't really take up a ton of room anywhere, and we're going to need a lot. So, and there's like a ton of spaces here, and not really anything to do with I don't really have anything to do with those spaces. So I think that's probably a good idea. I'll like shove a compost bin in each one of these. I'll fill them up with thatch and poop from like a Theomia or whatever, and we'll have like a trillion fertilizer to put in these, because you know we're gonna need a lot, guys, to fill all these. But I'll probably do that off camera, so you'll see that next time we come around. I want to give you guys like a sort of 360 view here. That's why I'm like running around like a maniac. I did find like a middle ground here. They're like sort of close together. If you can see in between there. Actually, let me go to orbit camera. Let me get closer. They're like, there is some room. I didn't want them to be like touching, but I don't think you can like walk in between there. I've tried and I can't get in. So I thought that was like the perfect distance away. And wow, I honestly can't get over this. Like, it is so cool. All right. So I think that's probably going to be it for a while in terms of base building. Did a long episode right now of just building. I hope I didn't bore you guys to death with the building, but this is honestly one of my favorite parts of ARK. They have a really, really cool building system, and I think if you really take advantage of it, you can make some sick stuff like we did here. And this is going to be super, super good for defense. Can I get back up here now? I think... Oh, my God. We are in a dangerous area, but that probably will not be a problem anymore with this base. Even if an Allosaurus or a pack of them come down the mountain again, I'm not really worried anymore. Even like a T-Rex, if he makes his way over here, I'm really not worried. I mean, this is really good. The last thing I wanted to do in terms of base building, this is what we've got in here. I haven't changed anything. We finished the outside. I just wanted to... Let's see, where is it? Oh, actually, I don't even think I built it yet. I wanted to... Let me see, where is my metal? Okay, so I've been getting a little bit of metal off camera. Not too much, but 53 is not bad, actually. And let's see, what do we need to make a smithy? That's like the next step in our ARK Survival Evolved world would be... like metal tools, and I don't think we're going to convert anything in the base to metal, but definitely metal tools, and a lot of the saddles get built in the smithy, so hide. Alright, boom, we got ourselves a smithy. I was thinking where I should put it. Here's the thing, I mean, normally you'd think I would just shove it right here, I have nothing here. I'm not sure if I want to do that, though. Because what I'm thinking is we're gonna need vaults eventually. This is not enough storage, and I don't know if I want to expand the house. I like the 3x3, and up here, if you don't remember what I said, I think we did a lot of this building earlier, maybe last episode, and like before that, up here I mentioned that I want this to be like the fabricator, the metal crafting area, if that makes any sense, like where the fabricator's gonna go, where the refrigerators are going to go, all the big metal appliances that you use, what's it called? The one that cooks the meat. I don't remember. I never remember the names in this game. The industrial grill. I think it's the industrial grill. So that's going to go up here, the fabricator. And then down here we have more basic crafting, but we are going to need vaults, so that's what I'm saying. I don't want to, like, lose my train of thought. Up here is where the metal stuff goes, but I don't want to put vaults up here, because I don't think we have a lot of space. The fabricator and the industrial grill and stuff, they take up a lot of room. So I was thinking we take down some chests, maybe some of those, just move everything, basically, and put vaults down here, because they decrease the size, so that we'll probably be able to fit, like, at least one here, maybe a second one under the stairs. But in that case, I don't really want this spot taken up by the smithy. You know what? Actually, what we're going to do, we'll place the smithy here. Then when we get to vaults, because that might be a little while, we'll just take this down if we need to. Which way do I want it? Yeah, let's go this way. Okay. So we'll take this down when we want to make some vaults. Probably, because this space is like prime real estate for vaults. I want it in... Wait. I want it straight. Let me see. Okay, that looks good. If you don't know what I'm doing there, I'm looking at the back, the green part, to see if the whole thing goes into the wall at the same time. That's how you know it's straight. That's a little trick that I use for building, because I'm obsessive with making everything straight. I think... Okay. I think that's good. I don't want to get crazy with it. Yeah, that looks perfect. Okay. Then let's just throw whatever extra we've got in here. That'll be for crafting stuff. And there we go. Now we have ourselves a smithy. I'm going to keep getting more metal off camera, and maybe next episode we'll get into the metal. I'm sorry, guys, by the way. I know I mentioned earlier that we were going to tame a pteranodon in the second half, but this has already taken so long. I don't want to be making these episodes, like, ridiculously long so that you got to sit and watch me for, like, too long. I know that would get boring eventually. I want to split it up, really. So I think we're just going to leave this episode here. We did a ton of base upgrades. I really like what we've got so far. I have to be picking this poop up for fertilizer. We got a lot done, and I don't want to just rush into taming a pteranodon, like I said, and, like, not take a lot of time taming him because I need to cut it down shorter. I don't want to do that. I want it all to be quality. I don't want anything to be rushed, and I don't really want to shove it into the episode. So I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the building. Thank you very, very much for watching, and see you next time on the Digital Universe.